Welcome to Stoneforge. Coach Danny will lead us through the workout for Tuesday, April 21st. Today's warm-up is a 3-round Tabata. We will work for 20 seconds and rest for 10. Today's workout has 4 movements. The first movement is a jumping air squat. We will begin with feet shoulder-width apart. We will descend to the bottom of our squat and then rapidly accelerate vertically into a jump. If we cannot complete the jump, we can just complete an air squat. Our second movement is elevated crunches. We will lie flat on our backs and raise our feet up so our knees create a 90-degree angle. We will then raise our shoulders up off of the floor and touch our elbows to our quads. The third movement Danny will complete is inchworms. Notice she starts in the full standing position, places her hands on the floor by her toes, and then walks her hands all the way out. She returns her hands back to her feet and then stands before completing the second rep. Again, once she reaches the plank position, notice she reaches slightly past her shoulders on each rep. The fourth and final movement is our sit-ups. Danny begins by butterflying the soles of her feet together. She sits back so her shoulders touch the floor, touches the floor behind her, and then sits all the way up, touching her toes or in front of her toes in front of her. Once again, today's warm-up is a 4-round Tabata Mash-Up with 4 exercises: jumping air squats, elevated crunches, inchworms, and sit-ups. Please pause the video now to complete your warm-up. Today's skill work is a 16-minute EMOM. We will complete 4 rounds of 4 exercises. Our first exercise is an atomic sit-up. Danny begins laying all the way back, raises a weight or plate over her head, then sits up rapidly, coming to a standing position, and then stands all the way up. If she cannot complete the sit to stand position, she will just complete an extended weighted sit-up. Notice she extends her legs at the bottom, brings the weight overhead, completes a full sit-up as she pulls her heels towards her butt. The second movement in our EMOM is a split leg push-up. Danny begins by taking up a plank position with hands directly below her shoulders. She descends, squeezing her elbows to her rib cage. When she reaches the bottom, she splits her feet, and then she brings her feet back together before extending back to the full up position. We can scale this by simply going to our knees, pressing up, and then splitting at the top of the rep instead. Our third movement is our weighted lateral step-ups. We will hold a weight, plate, or household object and step up laterally on one side of our flat surface, whether that is a box, a chair, or a table, before stepping all the way back down. We'll do half our reps on one side and then switch and complete half our reps on the other leg. The fourth and final movement of our EMOM is a hip bridge. Demonstrated here, Danny is lying flat on the floor with no weight to aid her or challenge her. She is simply raising her hips up, pressing towards the sky as she keeps the weight balanced on each shoulder. Here Danny moves over to a bench to demonstrate the elevated position. Notice she keeps her chin tucked towards her chest to ensure thoracic engagement as she rapidly presses her hips up towards the ceiling. Once again, today's skill work is a 16-minute EMOM. It is 4 rounds of atomic sit-ups, split leg push-ups, weighted lateral step-ups, and hip bridges. Pause the video now to complete your skill work. Today's workout is 4 time, and it is 5 rounds of 6 ground overhead and 30 air squats. This is a variant on 2 named workouts of Grace and Karen. Grace commonly done at 135 pounds clean and jerk for 30 reps, and Karen commonly done with a 20 or 14 pound wall ball with 150 wall balls. The first movement is our ground to overhead. Notice Danny has chose to demonstrate first with a household object, one of her backpacks. She is moving through in a clean and jerk in one fluid motion from ground to overhead. She's now switched to a dumbbell, and she is completing it with 2 hands, one on each side of the dumbbell. She now switches to a single arm clean and jerk, and could switch to a single arm snatch to complete the movement as well. Each round is 6 reps. Our second movement is our air squat. We will again stand with feet shoulder width apart, descend hip crease below the top of the knee, and then stand all the way back up. It is 30 reps per round. Once again, our workout is for time. It is 5 rounds of 6 ground overhead and 30 air squats. Enjoy your workout, and remember, stay Stone Forward strong.